In this problem that you're asking about, the 4a, to me it's always best to kind of look at the general form of the equation. So I'm going to look at the left-hand side of this where we've got x squared minus 4x and complete the square on that because that's the only one that has a squared variable. So to do that, we take half of the middle term and square it. So half of -4 is -2, and that squared is going to give us 4. And to keep things balanced, we have to do that to both sides of the equation. So we're adding on that, and then this becomes a binomial squared. X minus 2 quantity squared equals -y plus 1. Now, at this point, I want to go back and think of previous math courses. In the past, you've worked with things like y equals x squared or y equals -x squared. And from those two, you looked at the equations and determined which way the graph opened, if it opened left, right, up, or down. And here, y equals x squared, that's going to open up because the coefficient in front of the x squared term is positive. Whereas in this case, this parabola is going to open down. So when I'm considering a parabola like this, because I look at this to get, if I were trying to get y by itself, what I would do is eventually divide through by -1. So there'd be a negative sign sitting out here in front of this x minus 2 quantity squared. So this parabola in this form opens downward. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that I'm looking at this sign right here to make the decision about whether I'm going to be using a positive 4a or a negative 4a. So since this one opens down, we're going to be using a negative 4a. So I guess the best bet is just to look at the sign on the variable that's not squared. I hope this helps.